looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Oh right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm opening your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crooks and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. What's behind? Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. You're trying to figure out your own identity. Can't you see? Yeah, keep it up. Keep trying, but you'll be stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Oh my, right off the bat, we get those 10 super chats from 10 gifted memberships from Maybe Not. Oh, Maybe Not. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I also want to say thank you again to Deborah Baker. She was so kind as to hit me with some very nice Cash App, and I do definitely appreciate that. But this is for you, Maybe Not, right here.
Welcome to
Oh yes, every single day. And also Fallen Hero, look at you. Yeah, everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, ha ha ha. Look at that. Balderdash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Hello everyone. Well, as I told you, I have a new song. And I think it's a good time to play it, but I'm not going to show you the video. The video is for members only. So if you are a member, like I see you there was 10 gifted memberships. So if you're a member, you actually get to see the video that I made with this, but you get to hear this song right here, and here it goes. Hopefully you can hear it. If you can't, then I'm sorry, but give me some ones in the chat if you can hear it. Sound now? Could you hear sound then? No, still no sound. All right. Let's see. We're going to have to do this. All right, we'll do it this way then. Here we go. I know that you should hear sound now. Here we go.
You could have lived quiet, but just jumped in face first. And now, I live rent-free in your head.
Yeah?
She called me Shizzy Daddy, like I'm duty bound. Like my silence was a leash that kept her around. Filed her fantasies right next to real law. Trying to bait attention with a padded bra. You added yourself, girl, no one asked. Slid in the lawsuits, just kicked her ass. Wasn't even named, but you just had to scream. Me too, daddy, don't forget my name. Whole court said who when you showed up wet. Self-tagged in drama you ain't never met. You ain't a witness, you a wet submission. Stapled to the docket like a desperate affliction.
Shizzy Daddy, don't ignore me, file me in, make me the story. But Daddy don't call the desperate crew, he lets them rot, drops the shoe.
Crave relevance like a theme needs fix. Slapping lawsuits on your kings for clicks. Every doc you file's a love note soaked. Look at me, daddy, in shameful strokes. You ain't a plaintiff, you a groupie in drag. Who files the flirt and leads to brag? Your name ain't raised, it's widgeted in margins. Screaming for a spotlight through forged bargains. Desperate move, you legal leech. Trying to ride my name like a soul to reach. But I don't see you, I'm past the noise. You just a footnote, wanna be the story. You need attention so bad. You forged yourself into the story. But all you did was prove how irrelevant you really are.
Shizzy Daddy, choke my shame, write me in, give me fame. But Daddy don't call the extras near, he skips the ones who volunteer.
You never belong, you stuck in the scene, clinging to filings like a drama queen. You don't want justice, you want the leash, gasping for orders like a courtroom feast. Your man, a ghost with a cam in hand, watching his wife beg another man. And me, I forgot you twice this week while you scream my name through legal speak. You the thirstiest thought in a fake complaint, moan in for a judge to grant restraint. But you don't get served, you get laughed, dismissed, no motion, no hearing, just scratched off the list.
You filed yourself in, you begged to be seen, you leaked your kink into my world, and I still didn't care. You're not a co-star, you're not a character, you're the background smudge on a document no one read. So take your fetish, take your husband, take a black pen and write your name in the rejection you earned.
Because dumbass, you never had a chance. You call me Shizzy Daddy like it's a prayer, but oh, I'm not God. I'm the beast who laughs while you beg for me from the floor. You wanna be ruined, you want the leash to order the voice in your ear. Too bad, you don't get home, you get ignored. You could burn your marriage, torch your name, and I still wouldn't give you a glance. You're not worth my time, you're a malfunctioning lipstick, a walking illusion with soggy fantasies and no brains. You don't need Shizzy Daddy, you need quiet rooms and locked drawers. You need the meds you skip when you start thinking this is love. You're obsessed, sick, soaked in shame and grinning through the tears. And the worst part, you like it, you beg for it. You need someone to call you trash, just so you can finally feel something. But here's the truth, you're less than trash. You're compass for better stories. I wouldn't touch a kick with a gloved hand. You'll scream my name tonight, you'll cry in the dark, fantasizing about being beneath me. But I'll be asleep, peaceful, dry, untouched, while you drown in the fiction that I'd ever look your way. So dream of Muppet, dream of collars and commands, of Shizzy Daddy and being degraded. And when you wake up, just remember, I didn't even think once about you.
Yes. And yes, the video is only available right now to members, but it will be available on Friday for everybody to see. And I hope you enjoyed this song. Yes. That was the one that I've been working on all weekend. Thank you. It it was a lot of there was a lot to do with that one just to get it just right, exactly what I wanted to do. Yes, the video is crazy. The video is crazy. I hope that you enjoy it. Well, thank you. Yes, it was very, 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 very powerful. And you know, if you know, you know. You know, so what we got for you tonight, it's just a little bit of soft sit stuff, and we will touch in on some of the court documents that we've seen, and I'm trying to think of a good way to do those, and the ones that I've got for you tonight are pretty short. They're just probably about altogether about I'd say 26 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. And then we're going to get into the wonderful court filing that came in on the 16th, I think it was, something like that. I was busy doing a bunch of other stuff, but these are going to be really good. So I want you guys to enjoy, and yeah, these are good. These are good. This is Judge Fleischer, and definitely thanks out. Big shout out to Courtcast 12. They're the ones that put this video up. So if you get a chance, give them a like and a subscribe. And this is Judge Fleischer. Just laying it down. Here we go.
Yes. Okay. Shh. All right, Mr. Bio, you're charged initially as of, it looks like November 7th, you picked up an assault of a family member. I see now that you picked up a new case as of November 30th. You've picked up a violation of a bond condition or protective order. I don't know which it is. All I know is that you picked up a violation case. You're facing now another year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. I haven't done probable cause, so we're going to do that.
Okay, let's pause. Did you catch that Judge Fleer just refused to revoke bail because there was no probable cause? That's not just a win for the defense, it's a legal mic drop. No probable cause means the prosecution failed to meet even the bare minimum standard for holding him. What do you think was the judge?
Well, it doesn't matter what he thinks, but yeah, that's exactly what he did.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one.
Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas in response to a disturbance. The complainant stated that he was locked out of his residence by his ex-wife's new boyfriend. Complainant went to the residence because his ex-wife had called him and stated that she was going to work.
Oh, nice. Oh, also, I gotta give a shout out there to Rick Reed, who's been a member for 1 month. Thank you, Rick Reed, for being here. And also, I have my favorite. It says, glad those feet are stepping on the X-Reed. Love this group. This is for you guys.
Welcome to the shit show.
Every single day. A new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Walking them 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant,
Balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
all over again.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Got you both. And then also we got the chefest, the chefest. I wanted to say chefest, man. Like, bro, she's the chefest, man. There's no chafing around here. But if you're like a cholo, then it would be like the chafest grandma, Deb Griffith. I once heard a bad lawyer drags a case on for years. Yeah, the whole ecosystem is loaded with these types of lawyers, and yes, lawyers, ex-lawyers, disbarred lawyers, retired lawyers, lawyers, as Megan and Tug would say, lawyers, like laugh out loud lawyers. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Chef's Grandma Deb. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Nope. Got sound? He's not. What shame. He's one of my favorite judges. You got sound? Okay. I think some people are looking up. You'll get here. You'll join in.
When the complainant asked who would be watching their children, the ex-wife said a friend. Complainant then heard defendant's voice in the background and went over to the apartment. Complaining witness is the same complainant.
You said he heard whose voice?
The complainant heard the defendant's voice in the background. I think that the complainant believed that the defendant would be watching his and his ex-wife's children, and that's why he went over to the apartment. Complainant is the same complainant from a pending AFM, and the apartment address where the defendant was staying is listed on a signed order of protection.
How bad of an assault were we talking in the original case? What happened is
I think it was
Punch,
punching in
slap.
the face with a closed fist.
once, twice, thrice?
2 to 3 times, it looks like, Judge.
Okay.
And I can give some excellent background on that, that I think they're also still working through.
On the assault case, we issued a protective order, I would imagine.
Yes, and I've got a copy of that, Judge, if you need
And
to see.
we ordered him, did we order him not to have contact with this person?
Yes, but that's not the basis of the new charge. And so if we delve into the state's file of information, which is also the basis of the allegation he violated, well, imagine you're hearing both kind of in conjunction, the new charge PC, but also considering the questions of bail with respect to the first charge as well.
Of course.
What's been alleged in the new information is that Mr. Bio went to the residence of the CW, Mr. McWilliams. As of the date when we first appeared in court, the representation was made by both Mr. McWilliams, and then today, the representation was made by the ex-wife of Mr. McWilliams, who is the dating partner of Mr. Bio. So he is dating this gentleman's ex-wife.
Yeah. Okay.
But she has confirmed to both of us that Mick Williams has moved out of that residence as of the date of the first alleged assault. And Mick Williams has told them that. They have been unable to reach Mick Williams as of recently. But in the RIP call information, McWilliams confirms, I moved out that day and do not live at the address that's at issue in this VPO case. If you look at the filed information in that VPO case, it's a necessary ingredient of that allegation that McWilliams lived at that address. It specifically says it in the last line.
You're saying in the protective order?
Yes, Jay. Oh, no, not the protective order. In the violation of protective order case, if you look at the state's filed information.
And this is where the entire case starts to crumble.
I know, but you guys are rambling here, so let me get past them. All right.
Should charges like this even get filed without verifying facts?
At the complainant's residence, but Mr. McWilliams doesn't actually live there. He moved out. Actually, was not on the lease.
He's still not supposed to have contact with this person.
Well, he's not. He didn't have contact with him. What happens is he's at a place that is not McWilliams' address, and then McWilliams, angry that he's there, still wanting to control his ex-wife, comes over there and busts the windows.
Oh, that's never good. Joyce, welcome, has become a new YouTube member, and thank you for joining the...
Welcome to the shit show.
Yes.
Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of plots.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous,
Ignorant, altered, dash, poppycock, wallocks, and puckery.
and all over again.
Yes. We are a mess over here.
That is the
What's the window of,
his ex-wife's house where Mr. Bio,
what's the ex-wife's name?
Shannon.
Shannon. Okay, so,
And we both spoke to Shannon a few minutes ago.
and Shannon has how many kids with Mr. Bio? Or do they have kids or no? So whose kids are they? McWilliams?
Williams and Shannon's children.
Okay.
I think there's 2.
That's a lot of kids.
And so what's alleged in the newly filed charging document is that Mr. Bio went to the
So why the judge not sanction BBB yet? Well, I don't know. I mean, that would be entirely up to the judge to determine when the appropriate time to sanction BBB is. I don't have any insight onto that. From what I can gather, is because the way that Bruce went about being difficult in this case, it may be that the magistrate's boss has to do that. Hey, knock it off, Flair. I love it. You're welcome back. But it could be that his boss is the one that has to make that decision. So it will be coming. I mean, no doubt about it. It will be coming, but patience is a virtue. And also, hey, Shizzy, the old Knockaroo is back. New look. And let me get stars for both you last two wonderful, wonderful people for the membership here. We got, and we also got Dwayne that gifted 5 memberships, and I'll get you also all in the midst of all of that. We got you. We got you there. Knock it off, Fleur. And then we've also got the wonderful Lily Smith that had that wonderful question. And I will tell you that the judge will get to it when the judge gets to it. You know, if you try to push the judge too far, it just gets you more sanctions. See, so that's why I wouldn't push it. And then also the Dwayne Rapp, the gift of 5 memberships. And here we go. Yes. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twat. Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday. And then 4 more days of ridiculous, stupid, ridiculous,
Yes.
ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
I know, isn't it?
All over again.
Well, and it's not so surprising, Max, that there's not any new court updates. You have to remember that judges don't like seeing a whole bunch of frivolous filings, and that's why whenever you see what's going to happen tonight, I think you're not going to be surprised whenever the judge comes out and says something because of these kinds of shit show tactics they might be doing.
residence of McWilliams.
Oh, and Linda
which there's
Early.
no PC
Linda Early with the, remember, serves correctly, BBB can only be sanctioned in judge's physical presence. Viola won't show, won't get sanctions. Ooh, that's a serious thought right there. No. The judge, if he wants to sanction him, he can actually hold him in contempt for not showing up. And then he can also go out and have him arrested and brought in, which I think is what Bubbles wants to have happen. Thank you so much, Linda Early. I don't know that for a fact. No, I'm not an attorney, but that could be true. But I do believe that this is in the other judge's hands. And that would be something that we may never even be privy to. So it could happen, and we may never even know that it happened. Could happen.
He did not go to the residence of McWilliams. He went to Shannon's residence. McWilliams does not live there, stopped living there, and the state can't meet the information. And so there's no PC on my argument, Judge, is that there's no PC that the state or the officer.
So in our case, in the assault case, the protective order says that he's not supposed to go to this Spring Cypress, the apartment in Spring Cypress, right?
Well, contemplating that that's McWilliams' address.
Is that his address? Yes.
I think you're right, Gwen.
That is no longer his address, Judge.
Okay.
When that was filed, I imagine that was the original apartment, But on the
Because a lot of
day,
times they never update it. They just put the original apartment where it happened at, and they always assume that it's this, and, just,
so that's no longer the address. Mr. McWilliams moved out of that address on the day of the incident, and he told me he moved out.
Hey,
I believe
Mary.
that Shannon is the only name on the
for the violation case,
Good to
where is he
see
alleged
ya.
to have gone to?
He went to the address that's listed in the original MOA. So he went to the Spring.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the judge. There's multiple reasons why this could be happening. It could be that he has to go in front of his boss. It could be that he has to show in person. I don't know the actual rule behind that, but it is one of those things. I need to stress that I'm not a lawyer. It says it all over the place. I'm not a lawyer. I wear a special needs helmet, if that gives you any idea the kind of person that I am. That tells you anything. So there you are.
Spring Cypress.
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
And
But what he's saying is that this person no longer lives there.
Well, I'm sure he was out the day after they told him that he didn't have to show up. He only gets sick whenever he has to show up to court there. Isn't that right, Gary? It's a me raid, Flux. You are the bestest, Fluxus. Fluxus is the bestest in the whole world. I love Flux sightings. She's an absolute wonderful lady. And I would hurt anybody that said anything other than that. What's up, my dudes? Oh my gosh, Flux. I had such a good time last weekend. Thank you so much for that. It was really needed. One of the bestest people on the whole interwebs. If you haven't subbed up to Flux, then there's something wrong with you. Like she would just come and break your legs, something like that. It's awesome. Love it. Flux sighting.
well, that's what McWilliams told the state. And that's what Shannon has told both the state and myself. And that is what our full understanding is. Now, I know that address is listed in the protective order, but what's contemplated by the protective order is don't go to a place where McWilliams lives.
Don't do it.
And McWilliams is not living at the Springside.
The problem is that we also have this address there because he could always go back.
Well,
He may not live there. Maybe he lives there partially. Maybe he comes and goes.
but what
So
us was he was
he is
exactly.
also as a preventative measure so that we don't want you to actually or accidentally bump into this person. And that's why we have this there is that he did live there at one time. Perhaps he may go back. He left an article of clothing.
Could.
He left pizza there or whatever it may be.
Well, what's really happening is he wants to go back and continue harassing his ex-wife. And that is what Shannon has represented, I think, to both of them. I wasn't privy to their phone call. It's certainly what was represented to me. And
What do you want?
well, I want no PC to be found on the violation of protective order charge.
Oh, Jack Miles. Oh, that sucks. Yes, summer is the worst time to break a bone. Oh, the cast alone, it just starts itching and there's nothing you can do to ease that itch. Oh, and then it's at least 6 weeks, or not possibly longer, 6 to 8 weeks in a cast. Oh, no. At least you're not like someplace hot like New Mexico. that really sucked.
Because an element of that offense that's been alleged is that Mr. Bio went to the residence of McWilliams. McWilliams does not live there. It's not his residence. So there's no.
Girl, we got to do it again. Have to have you come over here whenever we're not doing something crazy. See, the thing is whenever I do anything that is about the Hales, anybody that I have on as guests are going to get all kinds of shit from people because that's just part of the, and the thing is they may not even care two damns about the case whatsoever. But then all of a sudden they just get dragged in and they're just like, I told you I didn't want any part of this, but they still get stuck in there. So So maybe whenever things calm down over here, I have a feeling by the end of the year we'll do something where I'm not talking about any hail stuff, where we can get you on here. All the best people YouTube found through Shizzy, Tug, Megan, best creators, best chats, absolutely, and Flux is definitely one of them. Mm-hmm.
No PC to believe that
So is
element
Rosalind
is
Duke.
met.
If you haven't seen Rosalind Duke's work, she's an awesome one too.
Do you think?
Judge, I don't know, on this matter,
I gotta say, he expressed in the order is that address was PC, but
True,
yeah.
Patrick.
I will say, Judge, in the charging instrument, the defendant it does say, he's not allowed to intentionally or knowingly go to a place specifically described in the order. The address in the order, that's where he was staying. But in terms of
But the address in the order, who was staying
the defendant was staying at the address in the order.
in this
In the
protective
original
order?
Moab, Spring Cypress.
Okay.
The defendant was
Okay.
staying there.
So what does that mean?
But I will say, in terms of PC, I'm going to defer to the court on this matter.
And may I just read that little blurb
Okay.
of the information that I think is important for the court to hear? May I take a cheat and steal y'all's computer? Go ahead. So,
Do we still have a problem with him trying to communicate though?
With
no, he
the-
didn't want to have any communication. This gentleman comes over to the place and starts busting the windows.
I will say the complainant came to the place where the defendant was staying. Like, he initiated the contact in the situation.
And what's alleged is, and it's the last clause, maybe two clauses, it says a place specifically described in the order, to wit.
Yeah, and it sucks because there's really no good way of setting a broken collarbone. It sucks. My little brother snapped his. I've been in that space already. The worst they call me is a little girl and Megan's daughter. If they try, it's because they hate that's true. All the more, you know what, Flux? I should have you on every single night that I talk about the hail stuff. That way, if they try to say anything, it'd be like, oh, they hate the gays. They hate the gays. That's what I should do. I just should have Flux on every night. She'll be the token woman. How's that? Did the defendant call the cops when CW initiated contact? If no, then the defendant violated. Yeah, that would happen.
The residence of a protected individual, namely Mark, and it should say Mick Williams, but it says Mark Williams. So it's in order to meet this charging document, it would have to be that gentleman's residence. And he does not reside there, as by his own representation to the state. And so I'd ask that, and I know it's a very unique situation.
How do we go forward though? If I find no PC, how do we go forward? No.
Well, goes back out on bond while we prepare our defense to the initial
That's entirely up to
charge
her.
of assault, which I think they've seen quite a bit by way of background about Mr.
But
McWilliams.
how do we know that this isn't going to happen again?
Well,
I will say, I'm not sure where Mr. Byer will be staying if he were to get out on bond, but the witness, Shannon, she is no longer living in her apartment as of tomorrow. So that
Exactly.
address it won't even belong to any of them as of tomorrow.
Do we do a no contact with both?
We would do no contact with the witness, with Shannon.
Shannon?
But I would ask no contact with Mr. McWilliams.
and
You are now in a relationship with Shannon, right?
that's right, Judge. But yes,
So
I've instructed him, just let me answer for him, Judge. But he is in a relationship with Shannon. That's right. And he moved here from Hawaii to be with Shannon, and the ex-husband takes issue with it. And the ex-husband has a very violent history with Shannon. And so long-term, we think there'll be issues with case one. But I understand that that's not really
Well, you got an invite.
we're not there yet.
You're always welcome.
I think the question is what to do if he is out. I do think, obviously, no contact whatsoever in any form
Oh, this is basically about violating a protective order. So that's what this particular one is about, Noreen. It's about them violating a protective order.
Form, shape at all with Mr. McWilliams is appropriate, and that is what existed.
I'll be your token lesbian, Flux, and it's only because I can lick both my eyebrows with my tongue.
Unfortunately, the state can't even reach McWilliams because he doesn't have a phone number that is even good.
Have you run an NCIC check on this McWilliams guy?
We haven't, we can see his in-county criminal history, but I can run a new check on it.
Do you see? I mean,
And I don't want to be
Pretty
incorrect,
expensive.
but I think he's
Kathy.
got violent history with Shannon. But maybe good when you get to be my age, it's hard to remember all the details. But I think I recall that, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Ooh, Monica, 2001, you broke your right arm, both bones spiral 7 inches up, 4 pins, 6 weeks in a cast, 3 months physical therapy, no fun, lived in New Mexico. Yeah, I broke my left tibia and fibia, or fibia and tibula, or whatever they're called. The two lower bones on my leg, snapped those in two. And it was in the summer, and I spent the entire summer, even went to White Sands with a cast all the way up to, it was all the way up on my, what do you call that? Calf? Not calf, but the quad. I think that's right. Yeah. So I had a cast all the way up my leg, and man, I will tell you, it just makes me itch thinking about it. No pins, no screws, but man, that was a long summer. But yeah, fun stuff.
I don't want to represent something inaccurate.
We've got an invader. I love it whenever I get invaders. You know why? Because
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know, that or his dudeness or duder or, you know, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Stop. Okay, sorry.
hey, Rosalind. If you're talking, can't hear you, but you are here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, Rosalind has joined us. Yeah, I can hear you now.
I cannot hear you. Okay.
You cannot. We can hear you.
Hang on.
Yeah, we can hear you. She'll get it figured out pretty soon. I love it. Oh God, that sucks. Rosalind, welcome, Rosalind. She's pretty quiet because she's not sure if we can hear her. Well, Flux has never rubbed off on me, not that I remember. Well, if Flux rubbed off on me, that'd be pretty tasty. Just saying.
Oh.
Now can you hear us? Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Good.
Wow, you really make a girl feel welcome. Yeah. You're like, oh no, Flux, not when we're talking about what the hell stuff, because I would hate for you to get sucked into it. I'm like, well,
well.
Oh, and he sends me.
What was that? You still there?
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, you're very low. Your volume is very low.
Am I? Okay, let me work on that.
Okay. It could be that I'm just really loud too. That happens.
Wow, it is loud.
We got the Judge Fleischer in the house.
You have
Hey,
inherited a dangerous situation. And Mr. Bio, you need to be very careful. You know, if you are in a relationship with someone and they have another person that's in their life that's like this, you could be the bearer of bad times. So you need to be very careful. You're in a very volatile situation. So
is this better?
You need.
Yeah, that's a little better. Let me check something here. Edit mic settings. Let's see. We'll turn that off right there. All right, say something for me.
Something for you.
There we go. That's pretty
It's
hot.
better? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hi.
Hello.
Happy
Watching
Sunday.
It is a good Sunday. It is a beautiful Sunday out. I will say that I am quite enjoying it. Look at this. Dwayne Rapp already gifted 5 memberships. Nice. Here we go.
Welcome to the shit show.
Yes, it is.
Every single day.
A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday.
ho
And then 4 more
ho.
days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock,
Got bollocks and fuckery.
all over again.
Oh, yes. I love that song.
It's fantastic. I want it as a ringtone.
Yes, you're not the only ones. I wish I had that song as a ringtone.
Oh, Peggy said it too. Oh gosh, yeah, no, totally. I was like,
Yes.
I need that. I need it.
Oh, yeah. The leather straps are, what was that? The leather straps are chafing, but other than that, just hanging out. Well,
Okay.
well, Yamaha always knows how to get on. He's got a permanent invite always, so he never has to worry about it.
Sounds like an overshare, but okay.
Well, sometimes we just like to just get all frisky late at night,
Yeah, I know.
You need to be careful going forward because it really could just could go out of control. You may need to get a protective order yourself.
Yeah.
It's very possible that you may need to get a protective order. So just be careful. You're in good hands. You ever have any issues?
Whoa, serious words of warning from the judge. And not just about the law. He's talking about life. Vindictive exes. Better protection for defendants who might get targeted out of
Just
spite.
reach out to Brian. We can always help you out as well. I'll find no PC on the violation of a protective order. But just be careful because there are a lot of vindictive people in this life that will try to make your life a living hell.
For a second, give me a moment.
Okay. And Patrick W says, ask Rosalind if your welcome shit show can get the song of the year GFY award. Go F yourself, Ward. That's what she's looking for. Patrick W, thank you so much. Let me grab stickers. I have fallen and I can't get up.
Maybe.
Wow, you're really low now.
Am I worse?
It was much, much worse. Of course, my voice does tend to override anything. So if you have echo cancellation on, that'll mess it all up.
Gotcha. Okay, let me work on that.
There we go. There you go. Thank you so much, Patrick W. Yeah, Rosalind. Rosalind is one of my favorite peeps. We talk rather odd times. I mean, it is weird whenever we talk because it'll be like I'll be in the middle of work or something like that, and you'll go, hey, did you see this on the news? And I'll go, oh no, I hadn't seen that yet. It's just like some of the weirdest times. But just beautiful
dancing videos and
well, I mean, the dancing videos are quite funny.
I do my best.
She could end up with the throat twins. I love it.
Maybe not.
No. Let's see. So, no, turn on your echo cancellation, turn off the reduced background noise. That'll fix it.
Let's see. Okay. Turn it back on.
Yeah, it's the middle one that you have to have turned off.
Like this.
Yeah, that should help.
It says automatically adjust. Should I turn that off?
Yeah, you can always turn that off. That helps. So that way it doesn't
there it is.
fluctuate.
You want me to turn it up to 200?
No, let's see. Probably about 138 where I think I've got it. That's usually pretty good. That should help out. Yeah, they say they can hear you now. Sarcasm hanging out. Might be. I don't know. Could be. If sarcasm is hanging out, she's always welcome to hang out.
And you being on bond in this case, they can do that. They can say, hey, man, he's doing this to me. He's threatening me. He's doing that. And if an officer doesn't know any better and they come up and they see that have this open assault, they may never take your word. They may never even speak to you. They'll just put you in county. So you gotta be careful. You're in good hands.
Be careful.
We'll help you out for as much as we can. Okay. Okay. So I'll find OPC on the
And I think Judge what
on the violation case.
Yeah, that's enough of Judge Fleischer tonight. I was hoping this was going to be a little bit better. It was not. Their voiceovers really piss me off sometimes whenever they want to do those. And you heard the new song? I can't hear you now. You might be muted. Let's see. Settings. Yeah, you're muted. Or you may have stepped away. One of the two. Let me get this one right here. And we will share this one right here. Let's do this. Let's do this. So this came in today. I haven't heard him be so boring. I know. He's usually not that boring. But this was one that got filed. Oh, what was it on the 16th? I can look right here. It'll tell you us. Okay, so it was filed on the 16th, which means it was accepted on the 17th. And that's whenever it happens. I hate that voiceover crap. Any channel that gets recommended to me with AI voiceover gets deleted. You mean you were wrapped up? Yes, I was pretty much wrapped up to my crotch in that cast. It was up there. I went the other direction. I don't know. Don't give her any ideas, man. She might break it. All right. So what we got here is this was entered in notice of related cases. Now, this was something that was entered in, like I said, on the 17th. Now you're thinking, well, why in the hell would this person have anything to do with this case? Well, it's become very clear. That this person wants to interject in any way that they possibly can. This is part of their MO. This is part of the what the hell's ecosystem. This is what they do. You've got attorneys and disbarred attorneys and retired permanently attorneys, or basically what they're saying is attorneys that are not allowed to practice in the state of Florida. Okay, so you've got 3 attorneys that are not allowed to practice in the state of Florida this is part of their MO, is to interject themselves into cases that are completely irrelevant to them. They don't matter in these cases. Now, you don't be surprised if you see Paint Chips. Now, Paint Chips is happy as a pig in shit because, well, now he's part of a Fed case too. So he wants to, start more harassment. Exactly. More harassment. Jeremy Hills, they're desperate to make an impact. Well, it's sort of like, what was the meteor that Joe Dirt found? That's about the best way to put it. That's about the equivalent of what they are. I see. She's got herself muted. That's why she's got her mute on. She's probably taking care of the puppy dogs. So, well, it's off now. Nope, still can't hear you if you're talking. So, you may have to leave and come back. I don't know. Too many buttons for you, Rosalind. That's the problem. Too many buttons. But we'll bring her back whenever she comes on. Don't forget that people think Felisa is a lawyer too. Well, I think only she does. That is pretty typical of fools. Now, in case you didn't know, the only reason that they brought this in was for this reason right here, was to say plaintiff's motion to amend complaint. What does this have to do with this case whatsoever? Absolutely none. This whole thing has nothing to do with the case. Now, I'm gonna scroll down a little bit here. I think I might have removed her. If I did, she'll come back. Is that they're wanting to add, she's wanting to add herself in there. There we go. Now she's back.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. We can hear you. It's a little low, but let's see if we can change.
This isn't Elgato. It doesn't have any volume control on it though, because it's like one of the lower ones.
Yeah, it's your settings. As soon as they came in, it turned it back to automatically adjust volume.
Oh, okay. Let me turn that off.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Let me change. Let me see if I can increase your audio. Now say something.
Something.
There we go. That's a little louder.
Good. All
yeah.
Right. Don't make me start yelling at you.
Oh, you know I like it. So and I'll let me see if I can remove something here that I thought was removed, but of course it's not, because they're idiots. They and I'll mention something about this later. Hit apply there real quick. Continue. And I had noticed that, and I try not to get stuff out there that might dox people, because I'm just not that way. So yes, I want to replace it. So basically I'm just scrolling down through this. And then of course in this thing, they put in a second amendment they put in a second amended complaint, because they've already amended it. One of the first amendments was that they removed the Megan Fox, and they removed the umbrella guy, and then they came back and they added them and J-Hip, and then they decided to try to add me, but that doesn't work like that. That's not how this works. Yeah.
Look, how many Shizzy Whiznuts are there?
There's probably like 3 that I know of. So, there might be more.
It's pretty vague.
There's also, the artist formerly known as Shizzy Whiznut.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, Mr. Cheese Whiz. You have to be careful of him. He's dangerous though. And then of course, I don't know why they have in here saying that Megan is domiciled at Naples, New York. I mean, who would be living in Naples, New York? That's just not a... Oh, wait, let's see. Oh, here we go. Here, look. John Dildo. He's domiciled unknown. Holds himself publicly as a YouTube influencer. Wow. That's a bold statement. That's a bold statement.
You influence YouTube?
No.
Oh, shit. Oh, this one does. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this one does. This defendant Shizzy is considered a public figure who is monetized.
Oh,
you mean like
monetization?
I think he has a job, is what she's trying to say. He actually works. So this guy Shizzy Whiznut, he must have a job somewhere. He receives money from his live streams. Okay. Wow, that's so weird. But I like it that that this guy receives money. Look at that. Debbie Baker gifted 5 memberships.
Baker. Hey, girls.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, yes. Debbie Baker. A new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday.
Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid.
Hey, Deborah Baker, I appreciate you. You are awesome. And fuckery and all over again.
Debbie, I hope you're feeling good. I know you were having some issues. I hope you're feeling better.
I hope so too. That's never fun.
No.
So this is what it says, and who works directly with Hales? No.
Who? Who does?
This defendant Shizzy
Oh.
works directly with defendant Hales. Now, I would say that I would bet you anything that this defendant Hales doesn't. I would bet like a lot of money on that one, and I would probably win. I wonder if somebody would take me up on that bet. It works directly with Hales because I think that this guy Shizzy, his employer might be a little bit pissed off if she found out that he was working for somebody while being paid by their boss. They might be a little bit angry about that. As long as he reports in favor of defendant Hales. What is that supposed to mean? Reports.
In favor?
So is he an influencer or a reporter? I'm trying to figure this out.
Or shill. That sounds like a shill. How is he influencing and shilling? I don't understand.
Yeah, and getting paid by, works directly with, but he wants to be ostracized. Ostrich eyes. Ostrich eyes. Oh, ostrich eyes. Ooh, that sounds so special. And will secure high view counts for his favorable live stream discussions.
That's awesome. How can I get in on that?
I don't know. I'd like to know how to get on that too, because you know, I would think that if this guy Shizzy Wiznut was getting high views, that he would be hitting what 15, 20, 30, 40,000 views on a stream. Yeah, then he would be like, you know, he wouldn't be ostrich sized. He would be like mega ostrich sized.
Ooh, is that like an emu?
It is. And of course, you also got the Hipster. Oh,
I found 2 other J Hips the other day, and I'm really confused as to which one she's actually suing.
It could be any one of them, but of course he has to report in favor of defendant Hales, or he'd be ostrich sized also. And of course, this is a business. No. An LLC doesn't necessarily mean it's a business. It's called a limited liability company or corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what that would be is a limited liability corporation. It doesn't mean that it's a business, but a business may be operated under an LLC.
Sure.
I mean, it's not uncommon.
I mean, it's essentially a DBA, like doing business things, right?
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, because see, he could be doing business under that, or he could be doing business under a different LLC. So it's not. I mean, if you've ever been part of an LLC, they have a very specific way that they operate. Is they are basically a standalone, and then you've got people that operate in and out of that LLC, you know, and it has its own rules, regulations. I'm trying to remember the correct term for it. Whenever you file for an LLC, I don't know how it is in other states, but I know in the state of Georgia, whenever you do one of those, you have to actually take a few steps to put that LLC together. It requires like an operating agreement, and basically,
I thought Elsie was a cow, not an elephant.
An Elkie? No, that's an Elkie.
An Elsie. No, Elsie. Oh, LLC. Okay.
Oh, Elsie. Yeah.
Right.
If you're getting ostrich eyes, are they coming to get the eggs? Ooh. I've never had an ostrich
egg. It might
egg.
be about the eggs.
I bet you that's what it is. Well, they don't have any eggs of their own, so You know, what else are they going to do? Because, you know, paint chips would just eat their eggs. Like,
I didn't know elephants had eggs at all.
Well, it's not elephant eggs. They're ostrich sized, but that's what he
ostrich eyes eggs. Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you, Rusty Ray Hips.
Rusty Ray Hips.
Yeah, we got Ray Hips here too. See, we got
Rusty
Ray Hips.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Hey, Ray Hips.
Now,
Sorry
see,
about the rest.
now this would also be incorrect because content is built on provoking controversy. No, that would be incorrect. Like as I was looking through this, I was like, this would be incorrect because if you believe that Hales's content, all of his content is built on provoking controversy, it's been, I don't see coin pushers being controversial. I don't see storage units being controversy.
I like it though. I like it.
Well,
Controversial coin pushing.
That's controversial. Oh, we should start a channel called Controversial Coin Pushing. And led to injections for protection. Oh no, I'm sorry. My brain was getting mushed from all the Botox. It's led to junctions. Those are halfway between the lips and the forehead.
Why are injunctions capitalized? Is it a business?
No, it's not even a noun. I mean, it could be led to injunctions could be a business.
Okay. Just curious about the capitalization. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, because it is a noun for protection. Well, it could be someone's name.
It could be.
I wonder who injunctions is. Injunctions might wanted protection.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is getting really crazy.
Well, and of course, they publicly mock members of the public. They publicly mock members of the public.
Publicly mock members of the public. That sounds redundant.
Publicly mock members of the public.
Wow.
It's like people watching. I mean, if you ever people watching, you're just like, God, do you see the size of that guy's nose? Oh,
have you met me? That's what I do for a living.
did you see her butt? It completely utterly looked like two sausages stuffed into a pair of pantyhose, and I couldn't tell you what the hell that was.
Two coons going at it in a potato sack or something like that.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we would mock people endlessly. There's people watching, and
publicly, people watching.
Yes, publicly. Republic people watching in the public of the Republic. 750 watching. I guess I have the wrong Shizzy. It could be Ted Wendell. You might have.
You might be at the wrong spot.
Thank you, Ted.
Welcome to the shit show.
Every single day.
You know what I'm talking about. It's like, is that cottage cheese in her yoga pants? I don't know. I really can't tell. You know, some women just shouldn't wear yoga pants. I don't care how comfy they feel. You shouldn't wear yoga pants.
If they're comfy, you're doing it wrong.
I love it. Repeatedly have been reported to violate past stalking. Wait, repeatedly have been reported to violate. See, now this thing right here makes no sense. Okay, that line right there.
Wait.
Okay,
what?
This right here, I believe, would be defamatory because they're using this as a statement of fact. And putting in the comma there says that they also are having no regard to the law.
In addition to, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. So basically, this would be
while simultaneously having no regard to the law.
No, not really, because that's not how I read it. Because if they're putting it in this, they're saying having no regard to the law. And they also, they've been reported, but they don't have any proof of this. Oh, wait, examples of violating the stalking injunctions to get them. Oh, actually, you need to show the whole thing. They only showed like a little portion of it, but if they don't show the whole thing right here, why not? Why don't they show the whole thing? It's really interesting. Like if I actually pull that particular one up, you'll see that was also removed. That stalking injunction was what or actually was stalking injunction, temporary injunction had to do with Lynette Lacey garbage pail, whatever thing.
John Jacob Eagleheimer Schmidt.
Yes, that creature, that right there was also what got that judge removed from the case. Same case.
Judge Grudge.
Yeah, Judge Grudge. East Texas Cowboy, 5 months since we broke Shizzy. It has been 5 months. Thank you so much, Ann.
Welcome to the
Thank you, East Texas Cowboy.
every single day.
You are so awesome. Thank you for being a member for 5 months. And I've lost all my stickers. I get these things lost all the time.
You lose your stickers.
I lose my stickers. They get stuck in weird places. I mean, at least it didn't stick like a what was it?
Careful.
Chicken McNugget in my ear.
Oh, I saw that. That was weird.
I was like, ooh, that little girl, she was so cute. She was just like, it's in my ear. Chicken nugget. Why did you put it in your ear? So I could hear the chicken talk to me. I don't know. Why do little ones do that?
Why does anybody do anything, really?
These lips don't lie. These lips don't lie. Many viewers find his content obnoxious. Okay. So let me guess. Out of his 750,000 viewers, many of them find them obnoxious. As he often disparages, humiliates, and mocks neighbors. No, actually, often he does a lot of storage units, and YouTube, whenever he's talking about this stuff, is only a small part of his content. So it's weird. But okay, let's see. Lawsuits. Wait. Okay, let me get this. Mocks neighbors and opposing attorneys involved in lawsuits against him by mocking their physical appearance, religious backgrounds, age, and other personal traits. Okay, now it wouldn't be mocking if you look at someone and go, you're an ugly, fat, big nose, Jewish man. That wouldn't be mocking. That would be just stating something that you notice. That's like looking at something and saying, you have a big nose. You have crossed eyes. You have a weird like gap in between your front teeth that's huge, massive, like what the hell is wrong with your face? It looks like your neck threw up. Those are things that are noticeable. Now, if someone says, okay, well, I'm Jewish. Okay, so does that mean that you're wanting to be stereotypical? I don't know what that means. I mean, what does that mean? Well, I'm Jewish.
I think stringing them all together is kind of an overstatement, but I don't think I've ever heard all of that strung together at one time. Actually, I several of those points I haven't heard at all, but that's just me. I don't listen, to every single thing they say, so I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I don't know because, I mean, let's see. a lot of musicians that I know here in the Atlanta area happen to be Jewish. I might have played with quite a few of them, and some of them will mock their own Jewishness just the same. I mean, like they mocked like some of the absurdities of the stereotype. Just like I was like, yeah, I'm Jewish, what of it kind of attitude. I don't think they ever get, unless somebody's coming at them in a violent way, like wanting to attack them, then, none of that falls in. I mean, if a guy comes up and he's wearing, he's got like a swastika on and he's like, saying some like pretty white supremacist shit, they usually will, back away from the people as anybody with, half a brain would do, and be like, I don't want to be around this person. But I've never known them, my friends, not to have like a good sense of humor about their religion. Same way with Catholics, they have the same kind of humor about their religion. It's just, okay, what does that matter?
Is it also like calling somebody a horse face or a pear head? Is that the same? Are we talking about the same thing?
I would think, I would say that's probably about the same thing.
Huh.
I mean,
Okay.
I know, what was her name? Sarah Jessica Parker, whatever. Isn't that right? Or could I be right? She was like in Sex and the City or something, like married to Matthew
she was in
Broderick.
Square Pegs. My favorite was Square Pegs.
Yeah.
Do you
And I
remember
mean,
it? You're an 80s child.
No, I didn't watch Square Pegs because I wasn't an 80s child. That's the scary thing. We didn't have a TV, so I couldn't watch TV whenever I was a child in the 80s.
I would probably be like Nell, like tang in the wind, because if I didn't have television, there'd be nobody there to teach me anything.
See, and Flex says, I'm not a religious Jew, I'm only a blood Jew. I mean, you're just striking out every which way that you can. Like they will not like you at all, Flex. You're gay, you're Jewish. You're an outcast part of their what is it, hoe pickles or something like that?
Hoe pickles.
Hoe pickles.
Now we're picking on pickles too?
I guess. I mean, might as well. I mean, they're kosher, right?
Oh, possibly. Kosher pickles. That's not that's okay. That's okay to have kosher pickles.
What does that mean? I always just thought it was because they use kosher salt.
Is it the salt?
I don't know. I just know they're damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone you have, please hit that thumbs up.
I like kosher hot dogs.
Yeah, I'm German, Jewish, Irish. I mean, if I trace my family, I've probably got some Jews in there somewhere. I mean, because I've got like German, Irish, Polish, Russian, Indian, not the push start of the polls to start. I'm talking about like, the actual Indians, the ones that wore like headdresses and like would, fight each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mutt too. My great grandfather was buried in a Maccabean cemetery, so I have a funny feeling they were Jewish at some point.
Maccabean.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like where they make nuts?
I don't know.
No, those are Macarena nuts. Macarena nuts.
Macadamia, but no, the Maccabean is like a very.
Just kidding. I don't know.
I don't know. It's apparently like it's a very elite group of Jews, like very specific. Like you can't even make food around them that you want to eat if you're not Jewish. I don't know.
That would be wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like my wife was telling me this story because she's not Jewish. I think her family. I don't even know what her family religion was at the time. I think they changed from church to church. Whatever. But she was saying that whenever she was a teenager, she was babysitting at this family's house, and they were like, food's here, whatever, and they didn't tell her that it was a kosher kitchen. And those are very like strict on you can't like mix your meat and vegetables or something like that.
And cheese, yeah, and dairy, I think.
Something like that. So she did the wrong thing, like just use one place for it, and they had to come in and not redo the whole kitchen, but they had to like go through a whole process just to make it kosher.
Everyone from academia are nuts.
Academia are nuts. I agree. That's why I didn't. That's why I stayed out of academia, because I was too much of a nut for them. Additionally, pull a large international audience as well, which he selects various international fans to launch online harassment campaigns against those who defend those who pen. Okay, that now this is just taking a far stretch. Now, what this is, and I'm not going to show the conversation because I don't want to out anybody on this.
Wait, he selects specific international viewers,
yeah,
to harass people?
Right.
I'm confused.
Well, you won't be confused whenever I get down to this part of it. And I'm going to read it off. I'm not going to show it because I think it's stupid and ridiculous. Okay. Let me find it here because there is so much shit that it's like an insane, what did they call that? Where they take pins and they stick them in a board and then they just wrap string and they're trying to tie everything in.
String board. But it's basically like, you're trying to solve a crime. And so you try to figure out all the connections.
Yeah. Like her connections are so twisted and screwed up that I can't even begin to start. No, it's
it's entertaining.
Well, I scratched my head. Now, she went after someone in particular, and this person and her were sending emails back and forth. And I'm not going to tell you who the person is. If you know, you know. But I don't feel any need to call them out on this kind of stuff. But apparently she got all upset. And now it was really interesting to me because I had to go down and see exactly what it was that she was bitching about, because I'm like, okay, you've got all these strings and you're trying to tie all this shit in. And basically that says, what they said is, you're a favorite internet troll here. I do hope you love the ode to you that I posted on Facebook, smiley face, and then gave a link to it. P.S. I don't think I can or ever will forgive you, Leslie, not after the vile shit you posted about me in this fake what the hell's group and who knows where else. Now, the interesting part to all this is if you read the thing and you look at the filing, you're going to see all these lines. Now, all these lines are basically just other emails that have come in, and they're all attached on this one email. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're seeing every single one of them. Does that make sense? So whenever you look at this document, you see all these little lines and you're going, okay, there's all these obnoxious lines on the side because, well, they're cutting parts of that out. And then it says here, attacking people from the get-go and sincerely apologize publicly. Then maybe, just maybe, people will come around. And then she wrote, considering you initiated attack against me and I had no idea who you were, you can only look at yourself to blame. You go around attacking people in the most hateful way, and when someone you attack throw back the same punches you dished out, you play victim. Here's my advice. You do not want to be attacked. Stop attacking people. I never knew who you were, nor would ever spend time attacking you. However, consider you being attacking me, not knowing me. You should feel that your vile attacks against others feel like. Sad thing is, I feel sorry for you. Had you known me, I can promise you I would have been friends. I truly do not know why you want to hurt me so bad, but I do not hate you nor wish harm for you. I truly hope one day you might actually talk personally with me and we can both forgive each other for hurting each other. Well, here's the problem with this is her love bomb. See, she will say these kinds of things to try to get in a little tight, a little bit closer, a little more, endeared to you. And you're like, oh, maybe she's not really a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, it says that because there's so much that's cut out of this, and it says, which I'm allowed to do. So if people want to believe me, I invaded disbarment or was about to be disbarred, they can believe that. Okay. So that's what she says. So if people want to believe I invade disbarment or was about to be disbarred, they can believe that. Cool. So she's given everybody the okay in this lawsuit that she's saying they said that I was disbarred. She says it's irrelevant to the work I do now and the clients who love me as they know and give quality work. Okay. See, she's saying, go ahead. Say that she's disbarred. That's what she's saying is like, go ahead and say if they want to say that. And if they want to believe that, it doesn't harm me whatsoever because it's irrelevant to the work she does now.
Karma, I know we know who it is. We just didn't necessarily want to do it again.
Yeah, I'm not pulling up their name. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Oh, Debbie Baker gifted 5 memberships. She just loves the song. That's what it is.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh yes. Every single day. A new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And 4 more days of twisted, ridiculous, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Just makes me think of being on a nice beach somewhere.
A beach, huh?
Yeah. Again, I would like to know who I really am and give me a fair chance. I apologize to you for anything I said hurtful. I sincerely apologize. And then, of course, there's a thing that where she says, which messenger do you use? Do you have a WhatsApp? So we can actually speak verbally. I think we should speak verbally so you can hear me genuinely apologize for any hurt I caused you. I think it means more when you can hear my voice. I'm open to whatever you're comfortable with. And then also writes, we can privately Zoom or you can call me. I really think that you and I need to get to know each other. We have both hurt each other, and I sincerely apologize for my role in that. But see, this is all taken out of context. Like she's saying this apology, but I'm missing all the messages that led up to her making this apology.
Right. Well, and the thing is saying, let's jump on another app where we can talk instead of, hey, here's my number, call me.
Yeah.
That to me seems weird. If you're being sincere, I mean, her number is published. I mean, everything's out there. So it's not a big secret.
Well, and then there's also a message out that says, tell me, Leslie, how can I trust you again? You want to say, I'm not showing the proper timeline. Okay, you got it. I've since deleted the exact email timeline, all bar the last one you sent. What do you want me to do? Get on my knees, kiss your feet, list his feet, bruise his feet, etc. Turn my back and betray people I've watched on YouTube for the past 4 to 5 years. Be your human sacrifice to appease whatever deity you guys are worshiping. And then, of course, I already posted relevant emails, Leslie, and the right timeline, but you seem to want to fuck with me. And then, of course, and these are like earlier. It looks like these are earlier, so it's going backwards. Okay, it's going backwards. So I'll have to read it from the backwards side.
You have to start at the bottom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It says, my position hasn't changed, Leslie. Why do you so badly wish to verbally talk to me? Is it because you want to record me? So twist my words. I don't hate you, Leslie. Even you're running off to fleece and use my autism against me, just like I said you would. I just feel sad for you. I feel sad you won't let us in and get you the help you are so badly crying out for. I'm willing to talk, but I feel you change positions quickly. I think too much could be understood if we spoke verbally. That's what she says to her. Of course, anything you want me, and then she says to her, anything you want me to do, I feel awful for hurting you. I'm crying in bed right now. You don't know how much it hurts me. No, I hurt someone like this. I was hurt seeing so many posts attacking people. I felt trapped doing it myself. I fell trapped doing it myself. We aren't perfect. No one is. But what matters is when we can admit our wrongs with no justifications or excuses. I don't expect you to forgive me, but you need to know I admit I was wrong and I feel awful for hurting you. I'm not disclosing your autism to anyone. That's your choice and your privacy and not mine to say to anyone. Yet she posts it into a legal document.
Mm-hmm.
But all it is seems like she's running this. Yeah, it just looks like she's running a line of saying, oh no, I'm so sorry. And then of course there's a response, and one of these says the problem, Leslie, is you don't want to admit it to yourself. I get you didn't want a black market of disbarment on your legal career. That's why you requested Florida bar to let you permanently retire. Do I need to remind you of the totally vile things you posted about me? I have a lot of apologizing to many people to do. Jeremy, George, Tuck, Megan, Shara, J-Hip, to name a few. People cannot just go around calling people vile and vulgar things, knowing full well it's malicious and false. Calling people a PDF file, a rapist, child predator, that's 100% defamation. Nothing I've said has been vile or vulgar. You may not like us saying you permanently retired to avoid disbarment and calling you a muppet. That is nothing like defamation. If you can gently admit you were the one who came into the shit show. I love it.
Well, and the thing is an apology is one thing, and I that I can appreciate a good apology. Mm-hmm. But the content hasn't been removed. It's still there.
No, it's not a genuine apology.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying, like, if you're at least going to attempt an apology, start there.
No, because I would show the document. The only problem is that I don't want this person being outed out. I mean, if you want to read the document, you're welcome to. It's a public record because she's done that. I'm just trying to I'm trying to explain the context of all of this, because this is the kind of manipulation that she does constantly. Mm-hmm. This is her MO of manipulation, is just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anybody, but then doesn't change the actions and continues to ante up and do them over and over and over again. And then cry victim whenever she gets called out on it. So that's all I'm trying to point out here. So I've never called anyone those names. Please show me the video where I did. Really? See, this right here is one of those, well, just because everybody's saying it, and I have to agree with Lips on this, just because everyone's saying it doesn't mean it's true. Show me the proof of something where I said that. And that can be easily be shown. The only problem is a lot of things get taken out of context. It's like a game of telephone. Somebody says, oh, did you see what so-and-so said about you? It's just like, most of the time, I can honestly answer, no, I haven't, because I don't give two shits. They're not part of any. I don't have to listen to what everybody says about me or care what people have to say about me. That's the difference here. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I find it quite humorous, and whenever I actually do see something, I laugh my ass off. I mean, the whole, what was the whole alcoholic thing? I love that one. Is a, what was it? An open alcoholic?
Open.
Like, open alcoholic. It's like
you're bragging about it.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm an alcoholic.
Oh, I say it all the time, just to make a mockery of their stupidity. Oh yeah, I'm a complete drunk. I'm absolutely just face right now. This is why I can't.
I think most people think I'm drunk 90% of the time.
Well, what? So, is it wrong for me to have an adult beverage?
I'm having a watermelon Gatorade.
Well, I probably drink about 2 gallons of water today. I'm just like,
I drank enough water to last like a lifetime. We went kayaking today, and instead we took the dog, so we ended up canoeing. Nice. And we tumped a nice one. So yeah, I had water up my nose. I was like, oh Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah.
So I openly got dunked in public today.
I love it. I love it. Oh, and then of course they give a proper timeline. That's what set them all off. Set all this stuff off, and then of course, then there's like going off on some more stuff about her business or lack thereof, I guess is the best way to do it, because it just shows that she's been involved in all kinds of legal fuckeries. That's the best way to do it. Oh, what is that, McColleen? If I remember, you were doing several shots during your shows. Oh yeah, absolutely, all the time. Yes, that's me. I will get absolutely rip roaring drunk. Just that's me. Open alcoholic. Isn't that what open alcoholic is? I mean,
The helmet's looking really nice.
I've been trying to up my game. I'm just not good at it. Thank you so much, McColleen. I appreciate it. And Knock It Offler is saying, my take is that Lips is sucked into this by the flea bags. They called her into action. When she got in at first, she was really not very gung-ho at all. She hated being called into it. No, wrong. You would be incorrect in that assumption. As much as you would like to say, thank you so much, is you have to understand that she was in this long before, and there's proof of this. She was in it long before she became publicly known. The whole goal behind all of this is to go after Jeremy. That has been the point all along. And anybody that shows all of the legal documents, has an opinion on the legal documents, they're going to get called out. They're going to get harassed because they don't want you seeing the games that they're playing or the lies that they're telling you. That's what they don't want you to see. And it ruins their narrative every time someone like Rosalind Duke says, but that's not what you said. You said this, and here's the proof of what you said. Every time that Rosalind does that, it pisses them off because it destroys their narrative. It means that they don't get the money that they want. They survive off of every single penny that you could possibly send them. That's what they need. And the grift will change. And you'll see another grift that'll be coming along. It's in the plans right now. So to think that that she was not gung ho. Oh no. She's been gung ho since before they released her name. She just had to get enough information on various people within this group to know that she can burn every single one of them down. If they think that she's all goody two shoes on their side, wait until she turns on them. Okay. See, this is what the fleas haven't figured out yet, is this type of person, she is going to turn on them. She is going to turn on them so hard. And it is going to blindside them, and they will be sued by her. The same bullshit that she's pulling right now with Tug and Megan and Jeremy, and she thinks she's trying to pull something on me. That kind of bullshit that she's pulling, she's going to do that to them. She's known for this. So if they think they're getting away with it, oh no. Yeah, she's fighting for you right now. Just wait. And then I'll say, I told you so.
Yeah, it's an interesting pattern. Definitely an interesting pattern of behavior in the past. And to say that the fleas called her in is no. That's not at all what happened. But we'll find out. We'll all find out together.
Oh yes, you just keep watching. I guarantee you'll start seeing a pattern. you'll start seeing a little pattern. Once the patterns all line up, you have to remember that a lot of people that watch these kinds of streams, they are able to figure things out and see things that others don't see. So,
Right. Well, I mean, and anybody that's, watched how I worked on the Otter Creek timeline,
mhm.
I want to see the evidence. I want to see what you're presenting to me as something to corroborate what you're saying is happening. And then once you get all of that, like, show me everything, then I can strip away the things that don't connect to anybody. And all
Exactly.
that's left are direct connections. And that's how you research these sort of things. And, you just, once you learn how to do that, and that's how I do it, other people have other ways, but this is the way I do it. And I
Now,
think it's pretty effective.
now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there an email where people can send those tips to?
Yes, it
Yes.
is ecosystemtips@gmail.com.
Yes.
And just anything that you think is important, you can share it along and it will get passed along to the appropriate parties. But, the timeline's a little bit different that I'm working on. I'm trying to figure out, because I didn't find out about this case until Judge Grudge.
Yeah, same.
So what I wanted somebody to do is explain to me how we got there, like really got there. And
Yes,
so
how?
backed it all the way up to 2017. And this is before there was any interaction at all, but it shows like when the Hales changed their channel, which happened to be the same year that she created her tortoise rescue, accounts.
Mhm.
It just happened to be the same year. And then it kind of all converges in 2021. And so I'm learning a lot. I'm learning who all of these players are, like Russ the Sus and Marla Huge and Mary Mathis Scary. I'm learning about all these people that are like, who, trying to put all the pieces together. So it's been very interesting, and it's a community project. It has nothing to do with the court cases, no documents.
Right.
It's just about like what happened to make these two neighbors go to war.
Yeah, and and that is a very interesting path that I think a lot of people have overlooked, because once you can put that together, and it's going to make it makes for a very interesting timeline to see why it's now where it is.
Yeah, I mean, and John comes into the stream, or Cook comes into the stream, and he'll answer questions and fill in holes, and like, interesting, because I'll have, sometimes I have actual questions. I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. What was really happening? And he'll explain his side, which I want both sides. I don't want one side, but I don't get much from the other side is the thing. Just John.
Yeah. And then you also have this one here. This one I will show because I thought it was pretty damn funny. So this right here is supposed to be the cease and desist that was sent. Harassment, cyberbullying concerning lips.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Miss Fox, it has come to our attention that you've been making targeted comments, creating content about lips on your online channel. Specifically, we observed behavior including ridiculing her appearance, encouraging others to take actions against her, and publicize her recent lawsuit in a manner that intended to incite harassment.
Okay.
Well, that would be incorrect. That's not how it works. It's okay to ridicule someone's appearance. It's okay to say things that you notice. If like you look at me, you'll say, well, he has gray hair and a beard. He's a male. I mean, it would, but if I tell them, well, no, I'm actually a very, very fat black gay man. Would that be true? No, you fucking
It's
morons. No, that would be a lie.
I don't see color, so I don't know how to answer that.
And of course, she cites in some crap here. This is what harassment and cyberbullying is under Florida law. And this is the civil and criminal penalties. Okay, but that you have to be found guilty of that. And it does not mean that harassment is engaged in a course of conduct directed at a specific person that causes substantial emotional distress. Okay. But she's already asked for people to say things to her.
Right. Yeah. Roast
about her. So you you can't have it both ways. You can't say, go ahead, roast me, and then whenever you get roasted, bitch about it because you're getting roasted. And she's the one that's reaching out to everybody else. We advise you take this letter seriously and discontinue any and all harassment, both online and offline. Here's the thing. I don't give two shits about her. And I can say whatever that I want, that I notice. Yes, that's me. I'm a large black gay man.
Wait. Can you go back to the both on and offline?
Huh?
Where did you see that? Both on and offline.
Oh, right down here. It says right here in this line.
Okay.
We advise you to take this letter seriously, discontinue any and all harassment, both online and offline, directed towards lips.
So this letter insinuates that something's going on offline?
I guess.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, if there is, then okay. What does that matter?
Well, it's throwing something in there that there's no evidence of anything remotely like that.
Well, of course, but that's what they want to do. They want to throw these kinds of things in there to add things to it. Now, what I also found interesting is that they throw this in here, and this right here is the fake what the hell's board or Facebook page. Okay. Now that is not operated by the Hales. They don't own that. They don't work it. They don't do anything. So whatever anybody's doing over there, you would have to take it up with them over there. They don't control it. It says, I think it started about a 2-inch water pipe. No, it's no, that would be something that was going on with Jeremy, and knowing, being the businessman that he is, he's going, why is everybody else being charged? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And why am I being charged so much for this? And they're going, well, it's not that much, but yeah, that starts to add up. You do that over 10 years, month by month, that starts turning into a lot of money. And why are you just targeting me on that? That's improper. So raising a little bit of fuss about it, that's what happens. And I'm looking to see if there's anything in here that's worthwhile, because most of it is just it's the random musings of an insane person, that you're looking at. You're like I said, the little string board, whatever. It's like you've got strings wrapped everywhere, and it's confusing. Now, the reason I bring this up is because there is no purpose for Lips to be involved in any other case except for her lawsuit against Jeremy. That's the only reason that she would have to bring anything up. So why she's adding into another case, I don't see that the judge is going to keep that in there. I'm pretty sure that the judge is going to throw that out and say there's no reason to have this bullshit in. Because it doesn't make any sense it would be there. I would suspect that Randy would probably say something, I don't know, with it at some point in time. He's going to go, this takes away from the entire case. I mean, your honor, like, do you understand the kind of bullshit that my client's going through? I mean, wouldn't you agree that that's how it looks? It looks really crappy in this sense.
It just doesn't make any sense to me at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't understand the leap. Well, okay, so you want to sue because you feel like you've been disparaged in some way. Okay, fine, that's what you do. I get it.
Right.
However, um, if you don't understand that most of YouTube are just a bunch of clowns and we just make fun of stuff, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you thought everybody was serious. However, also, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, let's put it this way. They're doing something that quite possibly is yeah, we'll go into that another time.
Yeah.
Now, I just say that the shenanigans that's happening will stop because they don't realize what they're doing. And let's put it that way. They don't know what they're doing. It's become very clear because I've seen the same kind of action by them in other filings and other pleadings and other things that they've done. So it's just a matter of time before their little reign of terror gets slapped down. Now, somebody also tried to get involved in this. And I'm not going to talk about that because I think that they're just as bad as she is. And of course, if they try to add this person, they do that at their own despair and stupidity. Because I would say they are dumber than a bag of. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard the new song?
That you played earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh, well, I think we got a few people that haven't.
Yeah,
Now,
play it again. Play it again, Sam.
Yeah, play it again, Sam. Yes, so I do have a new song. It does have a video to it, but I'm only going to play the music to it because it's for members only right now. Friday, it will be out for everybody. Okay, so if you're not a member, don't despair. Why is it not showing up?
I don't know.
I'm looking at something here. Why is it not? There we go. Open that file location. So this particular song I put together over the past few days. I was just, it's one of those where I'm like, I just don't care enough about it, but I knew that it would be fun and funny. So I was just like, well, I'll put it together. But I wasn't like one of those that I really spend a whole lot of time on it. Does that make sense? Like, I'm just like,
meh.
I mean, because I've had it there for a while and I was just a little bored today. So I was like, maybe I'll do it now. I've got like 10 minutes to do something with it. So I was like, and then once I finished, I was like, do you think I should do a music video for it? And so I did the music video for it because I thought it was pretty cool and just trying to, keep my skills up and going. And oh, look at that. MQ. Well, we'll play the shit show and then I'll play the new song. Oh,
Welcome to the shit
oh yes. Every single day. Thank you, MQ.
A new flavor.
Oh, yes. Cause everybody sucks, you see, more dumber than a bag. Monday, Tuesday. And say thank you to MQ, all you new members. Ignorant, balter, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Oh, yes, now. Let's do it. All right, let's open that up there and I will pause that. And I'm going to present this for you guys so you can actually see. And let's get the entire screen there and we'll get the audio turned on. And why is it not doing it? There we go. All right, here we go. Now the video, like I said, the video will be out Friday. Members already get a preview, but you do get the audio.
You could have lived quiet, but you Nah, just jumped in face first. And now, I live rent-free in your head. She called me Shizzy Daddy, like I'm duty bound. Like my silence was a leash that kept her around. Filed her fantasies right next to real law. Trying to bait attention with a padded bra. You added yourself, girl, no one asked. Slid in the lawsuits, just kicked her ass. Wasn't even named, but you just had to scream. Me too, daddy, don't forget my name. Whole court said who when you showed up wet. Self-tagged in drama you ain't never met. You ain't a witness, you a wet submission. Stapled to the docket like a desperate affliction.
Shizzy Daddy, don't ignore me, file me in, make me the story, but Daddy don't call the desperate crew. He lets them rot, drops the shoe.
Crave relevance like a few needs fix. Slapping lawsuits on your kings for clicks. Every doc you file's a love note soaked. Look at me, daddy, in shameful strokes. You ain't a plaintiff, you a groupie in drag. Who files the flirt and leads to brag? Your name ain't raised, it's widgeted in margins. Screaming for a spotlight through forged bargains. Desperate move, you legal leech. Trying to ride my name like a soul to reach. But I don't see you, I'm past the noise. You just a footnote, wanna be the story. You need attention so bad. You forged yourself into the story. But all you did was prove how irrelevant you really are.
Shizzy Daddy, choke my shame, write me in, give me fame, but Daddy don't call the extras near. He skips the ones who volunteer.
You never belong, you stuck in the scene, clinging to filings like a drama queen. You don't want justice, you want the leash, gasping for orders like a courtroom feast. Your man, a ghost with a cam in hand, watching his wife beg another man. And me, I forgot you twice this week while you scream my name through legal speak. You the thirstiest thought in a fake complaint, moan in for a judge to grant restraint. But you don't get served, you get laughed, dismissed, no motion, no hearing, just scratched off the list.
You filed yourself in, you begged to be seen, you leaked your kink into my world, and I still didn't care. You're not a co-star, you're not a character, you're the background smudge on a document no one read. So take your fetish, take your husband, take a black pen and write your name in the rejection you earned.
Because dumbass, you never had a chance. You call me Shizzy Daddy like it's a prayer, but oh, I'm not God. I'm the beast who laughs while you beg for me from the floor. You wanna be ruined, you want the leash to order the voice in your ear. Too bad, you don't get home, you get ignored. You could burn your marriage, torch your name, and I still wouldn't give you a glance. You're not worth my time. You're a malfunctioning lipstick, a walking illusion with soggy fantasies and no brains. You don't need Shizzy Daddy, you need quiet rooms and locked drawers. You need the meds you skip when you start thinking this is love. You're obsessed, sick, soaked in shame and grinning through the tears. And the worst part, you like it, you beg for it. You need someone to call you trash, just so you can finally feel something. But here's the truth, you're less than trash. You're compass for better stories. I wouldn't touch a kick with a gloved hand. You'll scream my name tonight, you'll cry in the dark, fantasizing about being beneath me. But I'll be asleep, peaceful, dry, untouched, while you drown in the fiction that I'd ever look your way. So dream of Muppet, dream of collars and commands, of Shizzy Daddy and being degraded. And when you wake up, just remember, I didn't even think once about you.
Tell them, you know what time it is now.
It is time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Oh yeah, there we go. Let me
it.
get this bad boy up. You haven't been here for one of these, have you?
Oh, am I getting a letter?
Oh yeah, you're getting to join in the letter here. You
My
want to read it, or
bird.
you want me to read it?
You read it.
Okay, well
I
here we
can't
go.
see. My eyes are tired.
Oh. An open letter to the legal trash panda in heels and a filter. Dear lips. Well. You know what is missing here? Of course, because I am a little slow sometimes. You need the helmet.
Oh.
Please take notice. That's how your little attention-seeking legal interjection begins. Not with substance, not with strategy, but with the desperation wrapped in a legal formalism. You really thought this was the moment, didn't you? The dramatic entrance. The part in the movie where the camera pans and the music swells and the courtroom stops in stunned silence. But here, in reality, all you managed to file was the judicial equivalent of taping your mugshot to the courthouse wall and shouting, "Hey, I'm here too." Let me save the clerk the trouble nobody asked. Nobody needed this, and it's already in the digital trash bin where it belongs. Let's not pretend that there's a noble purpose behind this. You and your permanently parked on the sidebar husband, Michael, filed this not to alert the court to a related case, but to inject yourselves into federal proceedings where you were never invited to. And the reason is simple. You are terminally irrelevant. You had to create your own lawsuit, throw a dartboard of names on it, include a business and a married couple, a man who never speaks publicly, and yours truly, a John Doe you'll never catch. And then paraded a legal disaster into federal court with all the grace of a raccoon dragging a trash pan into a wedding reception. The move isn't impressive. It's not clever. It's not legally significant. It's pretty pathetic, and it's grasping. It is so you. They filed this document with the pomp and pageantry of a middle school drama club audition title. Please take notice of the following related case. Let's translate that for everyone else. Please clap. Please notice me. Please don't forget I exist. They proudly announced the existence of Leslie Doritos versus Jeremy Hales et al., a Florida state court lawsuit filed in Orange County. What does this related case contain? For laughable counts: defamation, defamation per se, IIED, conspiracy, a cast of characters that includes not only Jeremy, his company, Elephant Shoes LLC, but also George, Ray Hip, and John Doe, aka Shizzy Whiz Nut. Yep, me. They literally filed this because I live rent-free in their skulls and they think they can sue their way into exposure. It was a performance, a tantrum dressed as a pleading. She's not asking the court to consolidate or take judicial notice. She just wanted it on the record, and she's still spiraling, still obsessed, still begging the legal system to make her matter. This isn't a notice. It's a cry for help. It's a high-pitched wail echoing from the hollow cavern of your ego, demanding the world pay attention to the lawsuit you filed like a child, demanding praise for finger painting on the wall with spaghetti sauce. You can't puff your chest and put it on a bold all you want case, blah, 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 but it doesn't buy you relevance in federal court. It's a zip code for your own neighborhood of nonsense. It is the legal version of scrawling your diary entry on the wall of a building you don't own and calling it a proclamation. Nobody cares that you've created yet another platform to cry about how hurt you are by people not bending to the knee to your fantasies. You're not bringing facts, you're bringing your feelings, and feelings don't win lawsuits. And of course, your husband had to sign it because what's a Doritos filing without that signature at the bottom? Michael Doritos, Civil Estate Law PA, your personal stenographer, your enabler in loafers, the man who apparently decided that his role in life is to be the legal equivalent of the guy who holds his wife's purse and barks, "She's got something to say." Every time you lurch towards a courthouse, I bet you walk like Lurch too. If this notice were a weapon, he's the one handing you the ammunition and aiming your hand. Well, not because it's right, not because it's just, but just because you've made your whole relationship about enabling each other's worst instincts. He didn't file this to help. He filed it because he's neck deep in your delusion and just as drunk on the idea that anyone still takes you seriously. What makes this even more laughable is how little impact this will have on the federal case. You can name Jeremy, George, Ray, a company, and a bunch of anonymous ghosts in your state complaint. It changes nothing here. The judge won't stop. The court won't flinch. And nobody is suddenly going to treat you like a party to a lawsuit you've been screeching about from the sideline for months. All you did was broadcast your obsession just a little louder. You're not building a case. You're throwing bricks at a courthouse window, hoping someone inside takes notice of you. And all you've done is give them another reason to slam that door shut in your ugly face. Let's not forget the real reason for all this. You wanted to be included. You wanted to be feared. You wanted your name in the same headlines and footnotes and filings as the people you've envied, stalked, and hated. You're not content being a has-been in the legal field. You want to be an infamous name on the YouTube wars. But what you actually will be remembered as is the woman who burned down her own career chasing internet clout with a husband who held the matches. This little notice doesn't elevate you. It exposes you. It screams to the court and to everyone watching that you'll do anything, absolutely anything, to get back in the frame, even if you have to file fake relevancy in someone else's story. So here's a better notice. Please take notice that Lips filed a lawsuit just to try to force people's names into the open. Her own words prove it. She's not pursuing justice. She's pursuing attention, control, and revenge. And now she's trying to Trojan horse that Florida mess into federal court like the judge is supposed to care. Please take notice that this is less of a firm and more of a printing press for unhinged declarations. They're abusing letterhead to play internet vigilante, and it's pathetic. Michael Doritos signing this like handing your wife a legal pipe bomb and lighting the fuse for her. Please take notice that this is a case where none of these people are parties. This notice only proves that the Doritos duo is working overtime to interfere, intimidate, and insert themselves where they don't belong. But I think they're used to doing that. They want to control the narrative, hijack the docket, manipulate the court of public opinion with an off-brand PR stunt disguised as procedural formalities. So do we call them a pair of lips, or do we just say that their law practice has 3 cunts and 2 of them are not supposed to be practicing law? Please notice that you're not needed. Please notice that no court takes your filing seriously. Please take notice you are not known for justice, but for your addiction to attention. Please take notice that this move didn't make you powerful, it made you pitiful. Please take notice that the federal court isn't your audience. I am, and I saw everything, and I'm still laughing. I see the desperation, I see the clout chase, and I see that for all your bark, you still need your husband's signature to try to look official. You want to matter in this case. You're going to need more than a side lawsuit and a discount courtroom and a bootlicker in a blazer. You don't intimidate the court in your filing, just more evidence for the pile of why you're the biggest liability in your own fantasy lawsuit. And bitch, keep spiraling, keep filing, because every move you make is just more content for me. Shizzy Wiznut. Still kicking, still laughing, still watching you drown in your own bullshit, one filing at a time, Velcro shoes on, actually it's slippers today, and court documents in hand, still riding the short bus with better aim that you ever had imagined.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Wow.
You didn't know my letters were so on point, did you?
Oh, no, I've heard your letters. I've just never been, on the same panel at the same time as a letter.
I know.
They're legendary.
They've become legendary, I guess. I mean, they're always still fun. I mean, now if Yama would have been here reading that, it would have been, you couldn't have contained yourself. You probably would have.
Oh, no, for sure.
Yeah, he's.
I am fading so quickly.
Well, don't worry because I'm getting ready to end.
A 2-hour kayak trip turned it into 4.5.
Well, that's because you decided to go for a swim. Hang out for a little bit. I got a question for you. Everybody, have a wonderful night, and I will see you very soon. Make sure that you're subbed up to Rosalind Duke and show her some love. She is an absolute sweetheart, and her research is, how do you put it? What would be the best term for that?
Extensive.
It is what? Say
extensive.
Extensive. Well, extensive, but I was going to say, yeah, extensive is probably. I was going to say is probably the most thorough research that I've seen anybody ever be able to do. Everybody have a wonderful evening. We will see you very soon.
Good night, everybody. See you in the tubes.
Peace.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's. Agenda will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.
Hey everybody, make